welcome to Murphy News, where we have the latest on Japanese internment and events after Pearl Harbor. I'm your anchor, Ronnie Alamani. Let's get started. As you know, last week on February 19th, our president, Franklin D. Roosevelt, signed Executive Order 9066, permitting the internment of Japanese Americans. Many of these innocent people have nothing to do with affairs in the Pacific, but the government insists that it is for our own good. Government officials are actually rounding up people from their homes without their consent. Here we have a short clip taken by one of our undercover reporters of this happening.
Alright, here's some money for the pizza.
Excuse me, sir, we're from the U.S. government.
What for?
Are you Japanese, sir?
Yeah, I'm Japanese American.
We've come to tell you you're being deported from the U.S.
Why?
because you're Japanese.
Dude, no pizza, bro.
Are you Japanese, sir?
Yeah.
You're both being deported from the U.S.
But we were born here.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, you're Japanese. Go get your stuff and follow me.
Alright. What's going on? I don't even get my pizza, dude.
Follow me, sir.
Do I get pizza, though? Sir, where are we going to?
Excuse me, sir, you're being deported. Going back to Japan.
I was born here.
It doesn't matter, you guys are Japanese. You're being deported back to Japan.
That doesn't make any sense.
As you can see, not only are they harshly being taken away, but they're clueless on what is actually happening. You may think that the internment of innocent Japanese Americans is the worst of it, but sadly you are wrong. Besides the internment and relocation of these Japanese Americans, many of them who haven't already been relocated yet are subject to hate crimes, including vandalism. We have a live representative on the scene of a vandalism taking place right now.
James Cho from Murphy News, and we have a U.S. citizen here throwing pebbles. What's your name, sir?
My name's Ryan.
What are you doing to this guy's house?
Hey, what's going on here?
Oh, crap.
What's going on here? Get out of my house! Get out of my house!
Excuse me, sir? What's your name?
My name is Brian Yoka.
Do you know what is going on here?
I don't know. He's been throwing rocks on my roof. It's been so noisy inside.
How do you feel about all this going on about Japs?
I think it's unfair. Just because we're Japanese, we can't live in America.
You heard it for yourself. Back to you.
Well, isn't that some shocking news? Don't worry, we'll have more after these short messages.
Dynamic is the word for it. The Oldsmobile B44 Series 70, offered either as a 100 horsepower 6 or a 110 horsepower 8. It's big, it's husky, it's modernly streamlined, and it's quality through and through. Did you ever see a car with smoother lines? Even when standing still, it looks as if it were going places. And did you ever see a more comfortable interior? Plenty of room here for three to ride at ease. Is it price you're asking about? Far less than you might think. The Oldsmobile B44 Dynamic Cruiser sells in the field of popular price. And it's a car that will be popular with you for many years to come.
Before the break, we saw live crimes being committed before our very eyes, and Japanese Americans were being taken away. You may be wondering, where are they being taken? Here at Murphy News, we have the answer. Internment camps. Now, these numerous relocation camps have been quickly built for the sole purpose of detaining Japanese Americans. The conditions within these camps are harsh and unfair. Once again, we have dedicated reporters live on the scene of an internment camp with an imprisoned citizen. Brian, what have we got here?
Hello, my name is Brian. We're here at a Japanese concentration camp. Let's see what's happening. Excuse me, sir. May I talk to you? I'm wondering how life is like in one of these camps.
It's okay. You know, my family is gone, but, you know, they treat me decently. It's okay.
But where's your family?
They went to the army. They joined the army because they had a choice either to go to Japan or to be sent here or to go to the army, and they decided to go to the army.
How do you feel about being sent to these camps?
It's unfair because I'm a U.S. citizen and I was born here, and just because I have a Japanese, just because I'm Japanese, I'm sent here even though I was born in U.S. soil.
These camps, they look pretty boring. What do you do on it?
You know, me and a couple of my friends, we play baseball. Sometimes we don't do anything. We sometimes just talk and stuff.
Excuse me, sir. May I have a moment of your time?
Yeah, sure.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Ryan, Honda Civic.
I'd like to know how the living conditions like in these camps.
Well, the living conditions are pretty bad. It's always cold here, and we live in these barracks, and me and my family live in these one-cell units. It's really small, so we can't even lie down or do anything.
How's the food like?
The food's okay. Sometimes it's moldy, but otherwise it's okay. They give us potatoes and bread, and children 5 and under get to drink milk. Us adults don't, so my bones are really weak.
How do you feel about these camps?
These camps are okay, but I feel like we shouldn't be here because we're American citizens, but I guess it doesn't matter to the president, which is stupid, but yeah.
There you have it, straight from the source, Murphy News.
Now we have Preston at Manzanar Camp. Preston?
I'm here in the Manzanar camp, where a few weeks ago there were protests about the harsh conditions going on. Guards threw tear gas and shot into the crowd. 1 was killed and 9 others were injured. These are just a few of the Japanese here moved to numerous concentration camps around the country. 110,000 Japanese have been moved to concentration camps, and 62% of them were American citizens. Back to you, Ronnie.
That is all we have time for today. Join us next time for the next installment of Murphy News. Living conditions inside the...
Is it recording?
Yeah, it's recording right now.
Oh, I can't see anything.
Because you have the cap on.
I stretched my